So we have Anika being rushed to the hospital.
Us to the hospital.
I'm not following, I'm riding. That's my son's baby.
Hey guys, it is Murad Murali. Hope you guys are all doing well today. I thought I'd take this video to the bed because I just can't bother to do it on my table. I don't know, like this whole episode to me wasn't impressive. Now, I was a bit annoyed because from the last episode we kind of acknowledged that this show was going somewhere. It was going somewhere, definitely, I would have to say for myself. There were so many potential storylines to develop, but now it's this constant battle between Lucius and his sons all the time. This has been going on for the whole of the season 2. The show isn't picking up where it should be, and I feel like I'm getting tired of this show, and I'm quite upset because this show had so much potential around season 1. But unfortunately, as we can see now, there isn't much going on. We have Hakeem obviously, and Hakeem is going crazy because he cannot fathom the idea of what has just happened. He's lost his whole company and he's been put to shame by his father yet again, and he's annoyed and he's upset and he's playing with all these girls and he's listening to music because this is his coping mechanism because he cannot deal or understand.
You should see my toy work. Got that work. Got that work.
Because last episode was great, as I've just mentioned, so you're kind of expecting it to go, if not better. But a lot of the critics, especially me, are becoming quite upset because this show has a lot of potential and it's not using it to its full maximum capabilities. It is instead going down different holes, focusing on the same storyline of Lucius and his brothers constantly beefing, constantly hassling over small little things, or taking over the company, or who gets this share, or who makes the most money, or who's CEO. Like, everyone's battling for CEO. Like, this is a tiring storyline. You're going over the same things. So we have Anika obviously being rushed to the hospital, and obviously her and Cookie are going to become somewhat friends, or Cookie's going to try and establish a relationship with her.
I know you're scared. I need you to trust me right now. Okay? Forget everything. Forget everything. And just listen.
And Anika's being rushed to hospital. Now we don't know why. Cookie just comes into the house, and next thing you know, Anika's being rushed in, and we see Anika's mum being in hospital. Now this is going to be quite interesting because we're going to see how Anika's mum plays into the whole game. What role does she have? Obviously the CEO business and how they're trying to grapple all the sons to bring a united front for when they do have their own little meeting or press event or whatever, and they obviously failed because a lot of the sons did not attend because obviously had their own issues or their own problems. And right at the end we have the CEO being offered to both Cookie and both Lucius now, and they're both kind of establishing how they're going to work together.
The board would like you to come on as co-CEOs.
They've got this great chemistry, and I feel like this has been overplayed too much in this damn show. We've seen the chemistry between them two. We've seen how they act, how they don't act, or the rude humour that they have with each other. Like, we've seen all this now. Like, can you sort of stop overplaying this because it's tiring to watch as a show? And I feel like the ratings and the views are going down, and then like I said, they're going down holes that they don't need to. I'm very disappointed because this episode was meant to be better than the last, because the last episode was great and the episode before that was good as well. It's getting better and better, and then it just drops. The lack of storylines, the lack of development, and nothing to chime off is quite sad. Sorry if I'm being quite negative. If you enjoy that show, or if you enjoy that episode, then that's you. Comment below and tell me why. But for me personally, I didn't feel like it was a great episode. They were constantly stringing over the whole thing between Lucius beefing his boys, and it was just a bit irritating. The only interesting thing to see was Anika being rushed to the hospital. Now, in my opinion, I didn't see that happening, and we're going to see, does Anika lose her baby? Like, that's kind of reiterating how Andre lost his baby, and it's kind of like the same. I don't know, it's just this lack of creativity. That's what I'm looking for. There's not enough creativity within these storylines. The writers are not doing a good job, and if they don't perform, then season 3 will definitely 100% be their last. And it was quite a shame because when their first season dropped, there was so much buzz around Empire. Like, it was going to be one of the biggest shows in the world. And next thing you know, the next season, they've just absolutely collapsed. But Andre knowing that his grandmother is alive is going to be quite interesting. Now, this is the only developing storyline that I'm looking into.
I believe she's your grandmother.
We're going to see the relationship between these two because Andre's grandmother in the hospital, and she wasn't really bringing a sense of common sense, or she wasn't really alert. She was just dazed and confused, looking out the window, having memories of Lucius. So we're going to kind of see the relationship between Andre and his grandmother, if he wants to know her or what happened to her. The only thing I'm happy about is that they're bringing an issue of awareness to mental illnesses, and that's very pivotal to this show, and this can help bring it back to what it is. I can feel like I know how to play this show, but the writers are just not doing a good job. They're constantly focusing on the wrong storylines. I cannot stress this enough. They are focusing on the wrong storylines. This is a problem for them, and they need to just fix up, because Lucius is playing too many games. Now we see him as he's hugging Cookie about, "I've got your back." Now obviously he doesn't have her back the way he said it, so this is going to be quite weird. Are we going to see Lucius beefing his own wife as well? Are they going to go down this hole? That Lucius is constantly wants the game, wants the main power. Like he was obviously then a bit upset the fact that he was offered co-CEO, not full CEO, which is why he did reverse psychology and was completely happy to go along with it. And then obviously his main attempt will be in the next few episodes is to embarrass and maybe showcase Cookie, and then they'll beef and become upset, and then they'll become good friends again and laugh at the old memories. Like it's the same old storylines. Like they're very predictable now. We know what's going to happen. We know this is where the show's going to turn out. We know who's going to do this, and it's just like, can you just like do something else? Bring in some more fresh characters maybe. And like when Naomi Campbell it was quite interesting to see her role, and they should have perplexed and prolonged her character to see the impact that she would have on other characters, but the writers failed to do so. And this episode for me wasn't great. I'll give it a good 5 out of 10, only because the whole Anika stuff was interesting, but apart from that, we have Hakeem and his girlfriend having issues again, and then they're back together. Hakeem, this reporter, I feel like she was used as a catalyst just to make these storylines become faster and just find out. I feel like the writers just used her simply just to tell Andre that his grandmother's alive. Like I just felt like she was just used for that. She wasn't, if she had a role with the grandmother and maybe she knew something about it or she helped Andre, then that would be quite nice. But she was just picked from A and put to B. Oh yeah, let's just bring her to Andre to say the grandmother's alive, and then she can just walk off. Like she wasn't really just, if she helped Andre with the whole grandmother stuff and they went to the house together or they worked together, then her character we can explore her character, but they have failed to do so. She just put her there to report Lucius making out with him and then causing some trouble, stirring the pot for their storylines, and then off she goes. Like it's not really like, they're not really allowing us to read into the characters and see what dimensions they have when it comes to interacting with the main characters of the show. And I feel like this is the big problem, but it is what it is, and it's quite annoying to watch. Just when you think the show is getting better, it doesn't. It just flops. This episode I did not enjoy. I know I'm being negative, so I apologise, but this is just how I truly feel. There wasn't really much chat to chime off or to talk about. I'm just glad that Anika spilled the tea. I'm glad that she spilled a good hot tea to Hakeem when it came to what Lucius is doing and his whereabouts and his directions in life and how he wants to go behind people's backs and threaten people.
Your father threatened my life today the baby is born.
What?
So forgive me if I'm not feeling the whole concept of being a lion.
I'm glad that she's put that to Hakeem so Hakeem can attempt to do something, but obviously Hakeem and Cookie are not phased because this is what Lucius does. He constantly wants to threaten people behind their backs. Bring something else into the show, bring another character, bring another storyline, bring some more depth, bring depth to the storyline of Lucius' mother being alive. Like that should have been explored in this episode. This episode was a filler episode. They should have explored that in this episode, not now we have to wait for another whole week. It's like, the way the Empire is going, we don't have time for filler episodes. Like there are seasons or programs that have filler episodes which are fine, but not Empire, because you lot are already on a bad straw anyways with season 2. Season 2 is disgusting and horrible in comparison to your first season, and there's no buzz around you anymore. You've just absolutely lost it. It's as if season one was just a one-hit wonder, and they need to pick this up somehow. I don't know how, but they need to include more characters, develop the storylines, show different sides of the characters that we've seen, so that we may think that we may not know them after all these episodes that we've watched of them. But it is what it is. Apologies if my review is a bit negative. That's just how I feel about this episode. Chime off and comment below in the comment box and tell me what you think. Did you guys like this episode? Did you guys hate this? What do you think of Anika? What do you think of Hakeem? Are you tired of the whole Lucius and Cookie relationship? Do I like Lucius as a character? Not really much anymore. I don't feel like he plays a pivotal role, which is quite sad because he is the main character. I feel like Cookie's more of a main character, but I feel like they're really rinsing out this interaction between Cookie and Lucius. Like we know you guys get along together. We know you guys have rude humour and you guys have arguments or are best friends or have sexual chemistry. Like we've seen this so many times now. But it is what it is, guys. This is Murad Morali. Follow me on Instagram. You don't know what it is. Murad_Morali. I upload daily images related to men's fashion wear every single damn day, and I relay that all to my website. So go and peep me out and support me and check me out, please. And I hope you enjoyed my small little review.